Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do another ROM review for our Nexus device, and the ROM today is called Chroma ROM. And the reason why I chose this ROM, other than the fact that it's closer to AOSP, it's a very functional ROM and it has a lot of features, but one of the main features is we have a process of getting Android Pay working on this device. Now, I'm not going to actually review for you guys the process of how to install Android Pay. I'm going to explain to you that there's two flashable zips that we definitely need to be able to use here, as well as the actual version of the SuperSuit application itself. We need to have a special version that will allow us to be able to use Android Pay. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and dive in and check out the Chroma ROM on our Nexus 6P. This is TK and this is XDA TV. Today we're going to take a look at Chroma ROM. I've been using this for about a week or so now on my device. This is my daily driver, the Nexus 6P. I'll show you guys some of the main benefits of it and some of the main features and why it is. And one of them is it has layers support, so you can definitely use layers to be able to install different themes on your device. So I have a few installed here and I'll show you guys basically how to use those. But one of the other reasons why I was attracted to this, it's one of the few ROMs that is confirmed to be basically working with Android Pay. And I'll show you guys at least the process in general on how to be able to basically do this. There's a couple of things that we need to do to be able to make this work. You need to definitely, let's go switch, oops. Well, I guess we'll have it here. And I have my files over here. There's two additional files that you need to use. You do need to basically have at least version 2.61 of SuperSu, and you have the the unsu zip. Once you flash the ROM and you make sure that it boots correctly, you need to go back into recovery, do the updates unsu, and then go ahead and flash to SuperSu 2.61, and then reboot your device. Before you install Exposed, make sure you install turn on Android Pay, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. Android Pay turns on, and I have one of my cards added here and I was able to use it. So one of the main benefits right out the door, you can use your Android Pay and there's no issues there. The other thing we can go through, of course, is we'll go through the settings. You can customize the different options here. I was able to add the additional tabs here. Of course, all of these things are customizable, weather, profiles. It is running on the latest build of Android 6.0.1. We'll go on the About device, and then you have the build number, which is right there, MMB29M, and I do have the latest version of the vendor file installed. Overall, this is also where SuperSu is installed. You can definitely go in here, and under settings, you can see 2.61 is what I have installed. Make sure you're running on it. 2.62 has been released since this video, well, since I installed this ROM, but it's also confirmed that a lot of people had better luck with 2.61 for Android Pay. The option as far as customizations, you have a layers manager that you can go in here. You'll be able to basically select, download additional layers, or under the showcase, or you can basically, I'll get rid of this one, and you can definitely download more. We'll go back. And then here is where the options would be to customize the different things within Chroma, which is essentially closer to stock-based OS as opposed to a CM-based. You can customize the status bar, the navigation bar, the gesture, lock screen, power menu, and volume rocker. All of these things are pretty similar to some of the other ROMs. You can go in here and go through the different options. Battery, you can show different options in there. You can go in the navigation bar. You can enable buttons and layouts, navigation height. You can notice here the navigation buttons, I already have it where I have a menu button on the bottom. That's something that I like to have. As far as recents, you also have the ability of having the turn off or disable all recents. So we're going to stay in settings. We'll go back. Gestures, we have the 3 finger gestures to take screenshots, double tapping the status bar to turn it to sleep, double tapping anywhere on the lock screen before you unlock to put it back to sleep, or on the navigation bar. Personally, I think the navigation bar is overkill. Lock screen mods, of course, you can select the screen for the wallpaper, carrier labels, of course, and set the lock screen shortcuts. You can customize those, as most ROMs will have that. And then clear lock screen wallpaper if you want it to match. Power menu, no real explanation there. Turn on the ones you want, disable the ones you don't, and you'll have that as every time you turn on your power. Volume rocker, again, customization to be able to use it to skip media as a mouse option, and of course to turn on the screen if you'd like. Pretty much basic. It does have a compatibility and it does work actually with Exposed. So I have Exposed version 7.8 and 7.9 will also work here. But my recommendation would be make sure you have Android Pay working first before you install Exposed. So flash the ROM, go through a clean install, reboot into recovery, Tor preferably, and then as I mentioned before, within your system, you go ahead and flash the unsu first, and then do SuperSu 2.61 so that you're running the correct version of SuperSu. Go back into your Android Pay application, turn it on, activate, add your cards, everything is running, and then you'll be able to install your Exposed on it, no problem. Very nice, very stable, good performance, as you guys see, very, very snappy. I'm running it on Nova Launcher Prime right now, no issues at all. The ROM itself is pretty simple. It is based on the latest version of Android 6.0.1, runs buttery smooth on our device. Again, it's closer to AOSP, so you're not going to be finding a lot of the CM things that you normally see, either a CM theme store or some of the CM applications. A lot of the things in here are stock. I am using Nova Launcher on it, Nova Prime, so it works really good with it, and it also did work very well when I was running Launcher X. The other thing I want to make sure you guys are familiar with it here is it does have layers support, so you can definitely theme your device. You can theme different options of it, specific, and go in if you've ever used layers. There's a layers manager built into it, and of course you can download the application itself, as well as the ability to download layers themes directly from the Google Play Store or off of Android file host, I think. Other than that, I think it works really good. I didn't change the kernel on it. I'm using stock kernel, but there was other options, of course, that you can download to extend battery. I have Expose installed on this. It does work with that. It's compatible with the latest version. I think I have 7.8 right now, and it definitely will work with 7.9 since 7.7 and 7.8 we're working on it. But other than that, of course, you can use all the Expose modules to customize the different things that you don't have within the ROM. But just out the door, it has a lot of nice functionalities. I like it very much. It's pretty quick, pretty snappy. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Between this one and the Nexus, the pure Nexus ROM that I used before, I'm going to be honest with you, I think this has different features. Having the fact that you can use Android Pay and make it functional with this ROM, it's definitely a plus for me. That's one thing that I really look forward in it. It does have Wi-Fi calling working for T-Mobile customers, so if you're using it with T-Mobile, this will work for you. Both great ROMs. You could definitely check them out. Again, every time you install it, make sure that you have a really nice kernel, to marry with it to make sure that it works well. Expose will make things much better, but again, a kernel can always do so much. As usual, like and subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other ROM that you'd like us to review for you guys here for our Nexus-based devices, so that we can enjoy and have more power and much more functionalities. I think in the next ROM review, I'm probably going to be going directly into the CM build, so we can check out CM on our device and see how it works. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.